What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 3 most popular talking points. John's team, what do you think people have been talking about over the last week?
Oh, thank God for that.
Do you think the pressure was
nervous, I thought you were going to ask me first. I just get
relax.
so nervous in that moment. I go, who's you going to ask first? And you ask John. Phew.
It's not Sean and the twins.
We don't look like twins. We look like finalists in a What's Mika going to look like in 20 years?
What have the nation been talking about this week?
Oh, the Tory party conference.
Oh, you love it.
I was marvelled at it was brilliant, wasn't it? Did you enjoy it?
Oh, the part when I came on.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I didn't see that, so I missed that bit. I don't really do any research. Sorry, what part were you on?
Yeah, I just, I came on and talked about my story in the games, and my family came on as well and talked about what it's like to raise a champion.
Right. Who did you meet?
Tessa Jowell and Jonathan Edwards. She's quite a nice person, actually.
Tessa Jowell's Labour, I think. Theresa May's Tory.
Theresa May.
I don't even know if she
They made a big impression on you, anyway.
Are you sure you're at the Tory conference?
It might have been the Labour.
Might be right.
The cavalcade of mirth and laughter, which is the Tory party conference.
It kicked off pretty well, didn't it? 2 people resigned.
Yes, yeah, it was quite lively, wasn't it? Brooks Newmark sounds like a cheap laptop, doesn't he? he said apparently he had to resign because he was duped into sending a very personal picture to what he thought was a young woman, and it turns out it was a Mirror journalist. He was in his pyjamas, and I don't wear pyjamas very often.
Only tonight.
But no, yeah. But these things happen in pyjamas, so maybe I think we've been a bit hard.
28% of people think the government is hiding evidence of aliens.
You shouldn't even be saying that. For Christ's sake, Jimmy, that stuff should be kept under wraps.
Listen, the truth is out there.
Man, you can't put that out there and blow their minds.
Yeah.
They're not ready for it, Jimmy.
I can't believe you said it.
Do you believe in aliens, Banley?
I don't, and anyone who does is a knobhead.
Apparently you've got a sound problem. Hang on one sec. What's the sound problem?
Well, obviously they're trying to shut us down, aren't they? No, you're not taking me!
Whose mic is it? It's Sean's mic. You just saw in it?
Yeah. If this isn't proof of what I've been saying... yeah, let's shut Sean up.
28% of people think the government is hiding evidence of aliens. True or false?
We think it's true.
OK, you think true? What are you going to go for, Sean?
Doesn't matter what we say, it'll be covered up. They'll change my words to say what they want me to say. Put what you want in there. Don't say that.
Sean.
Put your life in there.
This is a hand massager. So if you put that on. Do you want to give Sean a go with that? That's the hand massager,
Ready?
apparently. Don't stick them in your eyes, Sean.
Relax.
I'm very happy
Lean
with
forward.
All right.
Ready?
Feels like one of my kids is rubbing a car over me.
Is it nice, though?
I've fallen asleep pissed on the sofa. I've been woken up in the morning. There's a kid playing on me.
Would you ever go into the jungle? What would it take?
No, I won't go into the
Do you
jungle.
get offered it every year?
Yeah.
Every
Shall
year
I tell
they
you
call?
how much they offered me this year?
Yeah, go on.
Wow.
£250,000.
£250,000? And you went, no, I'm not doing it, not worth it.
Can I go dressed as
tomorrow.
I think it was 250,000. I'm not very good with numbers.
25.
Was in the hundreds.
Even if it's 25, I'd eat the whole kangaroo. I'd start at its feet and just eat... I'd eat its fur, its face. I'd eat the whole kangaroo.
I'd let the kangaroo eat my balls!
Have you ever been in a rush? You're in a rush right now?
Not that much of a rush. What's the place burning down? If it's that urgent, you can't go... Whoop. Unless, like you have to go... Yeah, I can see why that...
The worst thing about IKEA is you're not allowed to punch people in the back of the head. Why do they walk so slow? Get through!
I don't call it IKEA. I call it IKEA! And they say, can you keep it down? I'd say, look how big you've written it. You write it that big. That's how big I say it.
I hate spiders. I hate moths.
Moths?
Moths.
It's just a black and white...
off you now.
You hate moths? It's just a black and white butterfly.
I got home the other day, right, and I saw this massive moth, right, in my bathroom.
You saw a moth in your bathroom?
Yeah,
right?
I needed to have a shower, and I was too scared to go in. So what I did is I went in with this
You're too scared?
I went into the bathroom, right, with this super strong hairspray.
What?
Seriously.
And you did the moth's hair?
No. I sprayed this moth, shut the door, waited for a minute, saw it on the floor, sprayed it, and then literally crucified it like it was just stuck.
Poor moth is there. He's blind.
He ain't blind. Is he blind?
Yes. Now you feel bad, don't you? Basically, you've gone up to a blind person and just sprayed hairspray in their face.
Steve, what do you think are our favourite traditions?
Well, actual Guy Fawkes night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The actual Guy Fawkes night.
The thing is, his name wasn't Guy, it was Guido, which is an Italian name.
Yeah.
And the translation of Guido into English isn't Guy, it's Ian. So it should be Ian Fawkes night.
Oh, penny for the Ian.
Yeah. Basically, what I think's interesting about it, though, is that you're celebrating something that didn't happen, aren't you?
Yeah, you're celebrating a failed attempt to blow up Parliament, yeah.
So normally you celebrate something that happened, don't you?
But that's by the by.
Is it? All right.
How's that by the by? What do you think's the key issue here?
Well, I mean, you know, fireworks is a nice night out, isn't it?
Not if you watch the One Show. It's terrifying if you watch the One Show. Because you always do the safety film with someone who's basically let a Catherine wheel off in their face.
Health and safety first, Jimmy.
Yeah, there's always a lot of health and safety
But the thing
involved.
is, I haven't always...
Were you applauding health and safety?
I assumed we were all applauding health and safety and sad to be the only one.
I haven't always liked it.
You didn't always like fireworks night? Go on.
Well, because I lived on a sort of an estate cul-de-sac thing.
Yeah.
We used to take the Guy Fawkes round in the wheelbarrow, you know, penny for the guy.
Right.
And we didn't have a head. So my sister shaved my girl's world. Do you know what a girl's world is?
Is it the car racing guy? Lewis Hamilton, yeah. He won the World Championships, world champion of the... I've got the fastest machine competition, which appears to be whoever's got the fastest car wins. It should be the car that wins, and at the end, the car doesn't get anything. It doesn't even get, like, a nice tank of petrol. Or right out in the countryside instead of going round and round a fucking track.
Lewis, would you fancy a go at it? I mean, you're a sportsman.
I'd love to have a go, yeah. I like a bit of adrenaline.
You like a bit of adrenaline? Oh, yeah. Gymnastics.
I'm sorry. Have you tried doing a back somersault?
Have I tried doing a back somersault? How do you think I got on stage this evening? I somersault in.
Oh, really? We must have missed that one. Please show us again for the camera.
Okay, fine. Well, no, because of health and safety, I probably shouldn't in these heels. You can't do a back somersault just off the bat. You can't. You have to warm up.
Are you
and
asking
stuff.
me or telling me?
I think we're flirting. Can you do a back... Go on, do a back somersault.
All right. Let's go warm up first.
You've got to warm up. I told you had to warm up.
That's not what, Johnny.
Oh, what? Oh, Jesus. Don't do that. Ah.
What's up?
This is...
You're next, though, yeah?
Yeah, no, straight after that.
The Starbucks, the coffee people.
Down in the water.
They've been a bit naughty.
What have they done?
The storks... What have they done? What have they done? They've been at it, haven't they? They've not been paying tax. They don't pay any tax. They managed to sell... I know. Get your head round that. Just... But they've managed to make their books appear that they're losing money, and basically what they do is they take the losses from other countries and lump them onto the business here.
It's endemic. It's not just the company as well, it's some of the staff as well. Look.
When did you do that?
Earlier this year.
Just after a meeting with their accountant.
That's what I was thinking.
They are one of the few places you can have a coffee and watch women getting their tits out.
Those are mothers breastfeeding, Nicky.
In my one, where I am, there's like a thing there and there's all bushes on it, and when the breastfeeding mothers come in, you can just peep through the bushes like that. It's almost like they're saying, oh, go on, enjoy your coffee.
Do you know that this is being recorded?
Most people love being the centre of attention, true or false?
False. Who would want to be centre of attention? I mean, really? I mean, of all the people you know, Sean, who would want to be centre of attentione?
Sit still, Louis.
I don't mean to draw attention to myself or anything. I mean, really! I don't like to be centre of attention or anything.
OK. I don't think he can get up now. Luckily, I've got early onset Alzheimer's.
A Dalek. It does. Hang on.
I like the way we're getting to the heart of the issue here. He sound like this.
That's all right.
Very good.
He might as well have come out on the steps and just said, instead of having to go at the press in any way, he should have just said, celebrities, royals, behave yourselves.
Yeah.
And that way, he'd have said, we don't even need to report on you. And none of this would have happened.
Did it just happen? It was doing the Dalek. I'm really sorry. It was going... And it brought up something really weird.
Is this because you can't do this sort of stuff on British Bake Off? You can't, during the judging of a cake, you can't go... the Band-Aid are getting back together again. Bob Geldof said he got a call from the UN. Imagine he's got, like, a bat phone or something. So they're going to do a song to raise money for Ebola.
Apparently, they've changed the lyrics because because it's to raise money for Ebola specifically. So instead of Bono singing, "Well, tonight, thank God it's them," instead of "you," "Well, tonight we're reaching out and touching you," which is the worst possible idea if someone has Ebola.
Tonight we're reaching out at you.
Jamie here is a very talented musician. I've got a keyboard. Oh. We'll get him to do a song. Yeah. No problem at all. There you go. Bang, you're on the...
What do you want me to do?
We were going to raise money for, like a good cause. John's getting married, and we'd quite like to raise money so he doesn't wear a cardigan. So if we raise money for a suit for his wedding, that'd be...
OK, so you're getting married?
Let's hope so.
John.
OK.
Every day's a bonus so far.
Do you want maracas for John?
OK.
If I had them, I wouldn't need to get married.
Sounds like a joke. Doesn't make any sense.
I like it. I like those.
I put forward a Bond theme and they didn't go for it.
Well, that's a shame. What was yours?
Bond on a bike, Bond on a boat. Bond with his hands around a villain's throat. Skyfall, Skyfall. Bond on a bike, Bond on a boat. Skyfall, Skyfall. Da 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 da. Hey.
What do you think, Sean?
Britain is finally out of double-dip recession. The recession is over. It's out of recession. And boy, does that make me feel good. Yeah.
Yeah, GDP has grown by 1% in the third quarter of this year.
Most people don't even know what GDP is.
What?
Do you know what GDP is?
Oh, sure.
What is it?
Well, gross domestic product.
Yeah, but what is that? What is...
Well, the gross domestic product.
Yeah, what is
it's like the things that we make in houses that are disgusting.
It is a coincidence, isn't it, that someone started paying tax again and the country's out of recession. There's a new TV show, Jimmy.
It's a brand new show.
They call it the X Factor.
Right.
And they get these singers, and it's too early to tell what's going to happen next.
Also, you use the word singers in inverted commas.
Yeah. I've stopped doing them, I just do it with my speech now. These singers, or professional crying penises. They're crying already. It's going to get worse.
I wouldn't drink the water around the X Factor. I mean, they put something in the tea, and you can get the most hard-hearted person who'll drink the tea and just go... I just saw a pigeon.
If there is a drink that makes you cry, it's almost certain that Heston made it.
Yeah.
It's a special type of tea that brings melancholy.
And it's actually made with melons and collie dogs.
Of course it bloody is, yeah. Yeah, it's just...
I saw a bit of it, and Gary Barlow says to one of the contestants, like, who's going to buy your records? And obviously the contestants too nervous to say, they just went... But what they should have said was the same idiots that buy yours.
There's cake on telly again, isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
Cake week, all week, every week, people making a cake for an hour. And I don't have a particular problem with it, but I don't really care.
How come you're not a fan of the show? Because you love cooking. I would have thought that would be your thing.
I do, but I like cooking because you get to eat food.
And also, we now know that people who like cooking don't watch Bake Off because when they did donuts, the sale of donuts in shops went up by 50%. So all the show is doing is not encouraging people to bake. All the people who were watching it and going, I'm going to buy some donuts.
Of course, the recent controversy on the show has been about the innuendo. Do you think there's too much innuendo in it, Gemma?
It's too much in your endo, mate.
I love it. I love an innuendo.
Bet you do. Well, some of these, I think, were maybe a little bit too obvious. I mean, I think Mel and Sue were brilliant on the show, but some of these, I think, maybe crossed the line. So Sue said, keep your biscuits erect, get those lady fingers soggy, time to slap those baps down.
Yeah. Mel and Sue, if you're watching, Jimmy Carr thinks you went too far.
I went too far?
You crossed the line there.
The thing that puzzles me is, why are they cooking in a tent? I find that conceptually, like texturally, the two textures of the oven and the pipes of the gas going into the oven and then surrounded by a tent. Does that not trouble you in any way?
So where are the plugs?
That's like a really bad... Yes! Exactly! Where are the plugs?
Yeah. OK, I've got a question for Jamie here. So this is a fun fact. OK, so Jamie, it says your great-great-grandfather was a baker and invented the digestive biscuit.
That's correct.
Oh.
Jamie?
So I can tell you a fact about biscuits. You know what biscuit means?
Twice cooked.
That's good, mate. Twice cooked. Did you know that, Rob?
No, I didn't know that, mate.
By biscuit, twice cooked. By cooked. To cook twice.
I don't know what those words mean, mate. Is that...
Just explain them.
No, I know what biscuit means. I know what by queen means.
By queen?
I've never said...
By as in two.
Yeah, I've never said... I'll tell you what, do you want to buy a queen me some chips?
Yeah, Are you that averse to learning?
No, I'm not.
Someone tries to teach you something, you go, they're not even listening to you.
No, but you can't just say by queen pretending they're words I know. Is that
I explained them as I was saying to him. I went by to qui cooked, twice cooked. Then he just went, there, teacher, there. Don't try and teach me.
Sean, what do you think? Do you think British people judge others on their accent?
Oh, well, I judge people long before they've opened their mouths. So...
Saves a lot of time, doesn't it?
Straight in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny, do you think anyone ever judges you by your accent?
Yeah, of course you do.
It's not your accent, Johnny. It's the bollocks you talk.
I know that I'm judged by my accent because there's certain letters, there's certain vowels that I miss out.
There's whole words you miss.
Yeah, like, sorry, Jimmy, when I run over you later.
The biggest stories of the year.
You know what I was gossiping about? What were you
Just
gossiping
think
about?
it's girls versus boys tonight, isn't it?
Are people laughing because you just called John Richardson a girl?
I presume that's why they were laughing, yeah.
What's wrong with being a girl?
Yeah.
Can I just say that
You're not a girl, are you?
Well, I mean, I'd rather fight this fight myself. You're not doing it. You're calling me a girl. Ladies, deal with this, please. I'm too upset to speak at the moment. I have a penis.
John, wrong meeting.
I have a girlfriend and testicles and some whiskey and a fridge. I mean, we can carry on with the things I've got. I've got a hammer.
Got a hammer?
I tried to put up some shelves.
And?
Doesn't matter.
What have people been talking about this last 12 months?
I was gossiping about, these celebs who've had nudie photos taken of themselves, and then suddenly they're hacked, and there for the world to see.
Why would you take a picture of yourself naked? Is there something a bit weird about finding yourself sexy? Is it like going... Oh, if only I was someone else, I'd bloody do me now. I'd give myself a right... There's something
weird about you doing it.
It might not be deliberate as well, though. I mean, like, my kids are at the age where they think the funniest thing in the world is to come into the bathroom when I'm in the shower and take pictures. It's not the naked pictures that worry me, though. It's everything on your phone. So when my accountant says, can you send me a copy of your P60, and I take a picture of it and email it to him, that picture is also on the iCloud and is completely hackable as well.
That's going to be a challenging wank.
The NHS, another bizarre NHS government screwed up crazy initiative to stop people getting fatter.
They're going for prevention rather than cure because, people's, there is growing obesity in this country. It's been caused by our sedentary lifestyles and, well, mainly the cause is Bake Off.
You can't say that. I always think about a balanced diet, if you take sugar and cakes and all that things out of a diet, then it's not balanced anymore. It's like, would you blame, when there's a...
Excellent argument. I'll have another slice.
Anything in moderation is absolutely fine.
You can't blame the Bake Off, though. I love the Bake Off so much, Paul, by the way. And, the world is crumbling around us. Nothing we can do. ISIS are taking over the world. There's Ebola on the rise. Kim Jong-un is just going to blow us all to hell, and the Americans won't do anything about global warming, neither will the Chinese. There's nothing we can do, and sometimes all you want to do at the end of the day is just sit down and watch Mary Berry stick her tiny little teeth into a little biscuit and go, maybe, just maybe, we're all going to be all right.
I'll tell you why I like a British holiday, is seeing the look of disappointment on your family's face when you tell them where we're going. And then you laugh like that. Norfolk!
In that I have a 36-inch waist, but I have a fantastically short leg. I have a 31-inch leg. And so I tried in the Levi's shop to get those jeans, and the guy just said, no, that doesn't happen. That does not exist. And I was like, look, and he's like, no, they're wrong.
Can we see your weird body shape?
Well,
because I'm just wondering how short these legs actually are.
I once had to pose in a life drawing class.
This is a really weird pose right now.
I had to...
Walk round and stand in front of the thing.
I think that's the way forward.
Before I did this as a job, I posed naked in a life drawing class, and people drew me, and the person who was marking the drawings just went, "Nah, you've all done this really badly." And it was in fact because of these tiny weeny.
You've got little. Look at the little hooves.
Yeah. They're not ridiculous, but
the length of your torso is remarkable.
Yeah.
It's
long body, short legs.
Yeah. You don't know what the struggle that is my life. You people don't even know what it's like to have like an iPod in your pocket and the headphones on. You go.
Do you know, David? Though that body is very desirable in Middle Earth.
Women go mad for
it. Sexiest celebrity chef. Heston is a very acceptable 8th. This is just on sexiness.
Heston would be the most interesting to have sex with, wouldn't he? Take your clothes off. I'm going to go and dip my cock in liquid nitrogen. That's it.
Heston, you're renowned for cooking unusual dishes. Calf's brain custard.
Yes, that's for a TV show.
Was it any good?
Actually, calf's brains themselves don't taste so much. They're very creamy and pasty.
Yeah, I think it's a waste of a calf's brain, making custard out of it. I just like it raw, straight out of the calf's head.
Was that like a boiled egg?
Once you eat half of it, he calms down.
The penguin enclosure was asked by a man leaning over the glass barrier, "Which penguin can I fight?"
They do just stare, don't they? Penguin looks at you, just never looks away. They just stare at you. You stare back at them, they don't go...
Are you saying the penguin had it coming?
Well, yeah, I can see that happening quite easily.
OK, no, fair enough.
After watching Happy Feet, if I was boozed up and I went to a penguin enclosure, I'd expect them all to tap in unison. And if they weren't, then I'd get pissed off, and I reckon that's probably what happened to that guy. But I wouldn't go to a zoo boozed up anyway, because I'll get really bad beer goggles and I'd just be like... I wouldn't trust myself.
What animal, if you were gonna, now I'm not suggesting for a moment, but if you were gonna in the zoo, if you had your beer goggles on, the llama, so
You just
soft.
asked him which animal he would have sex with in a zoo.
That's because I answered.
But you said a llama.
He said a llama. He didn't even have to think.
I just think it's not your usual, isn't it? So it's something like if you went, I pulled a, I don't know, a horse, and it'd be like, oh, just loads of them. And it'd be like, I've done a llama, you've gone a little bit above and beyond, haven't you, I think? I can't believe I'm even saying this shit.
I can believe we're not advocating having sex with animals. He is.
They've just banned it in Denmark.
No. Well, I'm cancelling those tickets.
Banned having sex with animals. It's illegal. I know. Crazy Europeans, you know. And they banned Marmite in Denmark as well. They banned Marmite, it's too salty.
Yeah.
It really annoyed me. Anyway, if you're asking, owl.
Owl?
Because they've got a cloaca, haven't they?
A cloaca?
It's a cloaca. It's a hole for everything. Because I know stuff, I read books.
Yeah, what kind of books? They're magazines, love.
No, they're ornithological textbooks, but, you know, a bird has a cloaca. And you can get some big owls, you get a big owl.
Wouldn't you obviously go for a gorilla?
Wouldn't you obviously go for a gorilla? You're saying you would the gorilla?
Wouldn't you? I'd fight you for the gorilla, Alex.
Yeah. Well, it's the closest thing to us.
What have we been reduced to?
I like the fact I've learned something, though, about the old cloaca and that.
I've just been given the best note of my career. Just to clarify, we're not advocating having sex with animals. Apparently, we need to say that in case anyone's watching this and going, no, I thought we could. I didn't realise.
Yeah. Well, just to say, If you go to Denmark, think about it, think twice. Because it won't be another day for you in paradise.
Well, Paul, as you're on the show tonight, we thought we'd have a little sort of 8 out of 10 cats bake-off. Sean, what have you got?
Oh, I went to town.
What did you bake?
Well, you've heard of the famous layer cake.
Oh, yeah, the layer cake, of course.
Well, I went for a lay-by cake.
Talk us through the cake. That's an extraordinary thing.
Well, it's a lay-by, and we've got a badger that's been run over. And then there's a mattress. There's a Battenberg mattress. I've done the back with some stains on it. Dumped mattress on a lay-by. Some toilet roll. I didn't have time. I ran out of time to do the pants on the hedge. What do you think of me, Battenberg? And then there's little bin bags here.
Genuinely spitting that out. Sean, he's got to taste a lot of cakes. He just tastes it and then he spits it out.
What's this made of?
This...
Sugar paste?
I used sugar paste and an actual turd I found in a lay-by.
I think it looks fantastic. I like the sponge. It's nice and moist. It's got a good bake on it. No soggy bottom. Well done.
Thank you. No soggy bottom. Is it old people? It's old people being on public transport. I hate that. Stay in. You never go hungry when you're a kid, do you? Because you can always dine from the head buffet.